Welcome to Solutions for Life, your weekly radio source on pain management and healing. Join us now with your questions on our toll-free lines at 877-956-9566. That's 877-956-9566. Now, here's your host, Lou Paradise.
Welcome to you beautiful people out there in the world, and we know that you are because we hear from you all the time, and we are so delighted that our Solutions for Life radio program, although it's only once a week from 4 to 5 on Saturday on Talk 131, as you know. Of course, if you're on 131, you're hearing us. If you're not, you're not. But at the end of the day, we're delighted truly to be here. So I hope you're having a beautiful, amazing, blessed day. And although, as you know, none of the information that we provide here is in lieu of substitution for medical care, we want you to make sure you maintain your relationship with your doctor. One of the things that is probably most important for you to know is that I've been at this for over 25 years in terms of the educational forum, almost 50 years for the invention natural medicines research side, where I was able to develop Purposeful pain relief and healing technology creams, as well as our My Pain Away. So the information provided has assisted thousands of people and their doctors to have a far better opportunity to look at options when it comes to pain relief and the benefits for patient care, let alone how do we really deal with the fact that people have so many problems with a lot of the opiates out there. You know, you don't get relief. I mean, pills everywhere and no relief in sight kind of thing. So I want to just kind of make sure you get that. You know, if you're living in pain or you have somebody who you love is sick and tired of being sick and tired, we know that feeling depressed and frustrated that you're not getting better is very miserable. It leaves you feeling quite alone. We don't want your hope to be dashed because your hope is right around the corner. And it's not just because of us and what I'm going to tell you today. It's that's the way God Almighty made the world and made us. So no matter what you do, no matter what happens, no matter how dark it is, remember the darkest hour. You got it. You know what that is, just before dawn. That's exactly right. So if someone out there is suffering from arthritis or lower back pain, neck and shoulder pain, that lower back pain is miserable. I mean, it affects over 50 million people. And at one point in time, somebody's going to always know that you're always going to have something going on with your back. Hopefully it never gets chronic, because that is one of the most miserable things. But lower back, neck and shoulder pain, neuropathies. How miserable are diabetic and chemo-induced neuropathy or fibromyalgia? Restless leg syndrome, foot ailments, plantar fasciitis, heel pain, arch pain, heel spurs, Achilles tendonitis, neuromas, any of those kinds of things. Well, the good news, you've come to the right place, and we're going to be talking about two things that people are often suffering from, and that's arthritis and lower back pain. So to make it very clear, this is your show. This is a live show, so we always love to hear from our callers. We hear from a lot of people after the show, which is also incredibly good. So if you're catching us in the car, and you're going to give you plenty of ways to get a hold of us. We'd be very happy to help you. So our line here for calling in to ask any questions you may have about the pain you're suffering from or what you'd like for me to know to be able to help you, at least guide you to the right information. Remember, no one knows everything. We all have to know a little something about each thing, and maybe a little something about everything so we can be conversant. But we all know together we can solve these kinds of problems. So if you have anybody out there who would love to call in and ask a question about any pain ailment whatsoever, feel free to do that at 877-956-9566, 877-956-9566. Lou Paradise, Solutions for Life. I'm here for you. And I know that you know that if you know anything about me and the work I've done over the last 40 years or so, and especially as a product company, I'm very proud that our Topical Biomedics company, where I serve as the chief of research, is proud to be a sponsor of our program. Our Purposeful pain relief and healing creams are the only healing technology, patented healing technology in the country. We are a vast different array of products from a point of natural medicine. So we don't have one or two actives. Our products are topical. Oh, my God. Lou, don't tell me they're topical, because I tried all of those, and boy, oh, boy, don't they work at all. But these are not topical analgesics. So it's no odor. In fact, it's so moisturizing, you'll think you have the best not pain relief product, but you will that, but the most moisturizing skincare that you ever had in your life. And the fact that we can actually relieve pain by putting something on the skin that it helps the skin to be more functional, because the skin's involved in every conceivable thing that happens in it, on it, and under it. So underneath the skin, where all of these healing chemistries are trying to make sure they're keeping all those cells healthy, is the damage that can occur from an injury or arthritis or lower back pain or carpal tunnel syndrome or any amount of ailments which has the effect of having restrictedness of the capillary. The microcirculation is the biggest circulatory activity in the entire body. Although we don't hear that. We hear of arteries and veins, but we don't hear about microcirculation. 75% of the entire body's circulatory activity is small little capillaries. Is that cool? And you should know that. So my research and background is on microcirculation restoration to get oxygen and nutrients back into the cells. So our 11 medicines in our original Topperson, 14 natural medicines in our foot therapy pain relief product. We have 14 in our children's product for that matter. And then our new products, my Pain Away Fibro Cream for people with fibromyalgia. We've been working with women's health issues, especially fibromyalgia, for over 22, now 23 years. And also the other products are the Afterburn product, which is incredibly good, not just for burns. And although chefs love this product, we have a lot of medical specialties that we work with. One of those is oncology. And we have a lot of reconstructive surgeons who use our Afterburn 14 amazing skin medicines to help the skin to calm down after the surgical process for mastectomy, as an example. Because it has enzyme action, we don't have a lot of scarring that builds up, which is really important in that reconstruction. And women are going through enough, for goodness sakes, with regard to having cancer. Then if it's breast cancer, the entire psychological issue about disfigurement, and we know that feeling, not because I'm a man and I know how that feels personally, because we work with so many women who are cancer survivors and who are just diagnosed with cancer. So the products that we use have a fabulous treatment for the skin, but Afterburn is incredible for women, and that's why reconstructive surgeons love this product for reconstructing after mastectomy. It's calming the surgical process down, getting the opportunity for that woman to have as little pain as possible, less scarring, so the reconstruction goes so much better. And the women who are often having mastectomy may also have the follow-up treatment of radiation treatment. So anything like that is part of your life or the people you know, you're going to love our Afterburn product. And then our sports product is absolutely astounding. My Pain Away Sports has 17 active medicines. We tested it with marathoners and Spartan racers and folks who love hiking and extreme mountain climbing and cycling and all those kinds of crazy cool people. And that's how we build all our products around the individual population we're working with directly. That's why we have a very different product circumstance. So in addition to specific elements in addressing why things have occurred within the framework of how people get in pain, what happens with all the pain relief products out there that are not giving you the relief you're looking for? So, if you're on Advil, Motrin, Aleve, Tylenol, those typical products, we know that some people will get some relief from that. But if you're taking it every day, you may want to reconsider a number of other ways that you might be able to help yourself to have the opportunity to not have to take those daily. The side effect profile on all these internal medicines are pretty horrific because they're chemicals. We're putting chemicals in our body to try to trick the body to not feeling the pain while the pain is still raging underneath what we just masked or hid as the kind of a masking agent hiding process. Anytime that we're not doing what we can to find out all our options, that's the place where we can get on that slippery slope of scripted medicine, opiate, oxyvicodin, Lorcet, Percocet. We're going to go to a first break, and when we come back with Solutions for Life and Lou Paradise, anybody like to call 877-955-9566. 956, excuse me. Whoa, 877-956-9566. 9566 to call in and talk to me about any pain you may have. Hopefully you're having a blessed day. You don't have any pain, but if you have anybody you know who has, you can still call me and ask any questions. Lou Paradise.
Do you love walking, but your achy, tired feet won't let you? Whether it's plantar fasciitis, arch, heel, or nerve pain, Topperson Foot Therapy Cream's 14 active natural biomedicines helps your body heal damage-causing foot pain. It's odorless, moisturizing, provides rapid soothing relief, ideal for diabetic foot pain, and will leave your feet feeling silky smooth. Best part is guaranteed to work. Find Topperson Foot Therapy in Walgreens Diabetic section or CVS's Foot section. Topperson Foot Therapy Cream for lasting pain relief guaranteed.
Program, ladies and gentlemen, Solutions to Life, Lou Paradise. By the way, I got something really cool for you. We have a clinical study, a survey actually, which is pretty cool, for people who have not used Topperson before. This is a way to get some free product to try, and all you got to do is help us with the survey. So we've started an exciting new survey for people that have not tried the product, as I was just mentioning. To participate, you have to be over 18 years old and experience any kind of muscle, joint-related, nerve-related pain. You will be asked to complete 2 online surveys. After you've completed the first survey, it takes about 5 or 6 minutes, real simple, but good questions. Maybe asking you some questions about things. Well, wait a minute, I didn't even think about this. This is how I'm going. This is what's happening to me. And boy, wait a minute, that's also happening to me. You'll receive a free tube of Topperson, T-O-P-R-I-C-I-N, Topperson, in the mail. When you receive it, you'll use the product for a couple of weeks, Topperson Pain Relief and Healing Cream. You're going to love this product. And you'll receive a second survey email to complete. And then you might be eligible for savings and coupons and all sorts of stuff just because you've helped us to help you, which is really the most important thing. And that's the way to a lot of people love doing that with us. So all you got to do to participate and learn more about why doctors are saying this is the very best natural pain relief biomedicine product or products in the marketplace for pain relief, because they're wonderful to use, odorless, moisturizing, 11 natural medicines. So this is not anything like anything you've used before. And 21 years of success and satisfaction for customers. And you have to email us at Topperson, that's T for Tom, O-P-R-I-C-I-N, survey, S-U-R-V-E-Y, at gmail.com. So toppersonsurvey@gmail.com. You could always write us also at that's T-P, the number 4, pain.com. That's top4pain.com. And we will give you that information. I'll give you an 800 number as well. I'll leave this with Sean, Dr. Sean Young in the studio. If it wasn't for Dr. Young, I wouldn't be able to do this broadcast. So we want to thank you very much for that. Now, Sean, did you say that we got a caller?
Yes, we got Jim.
Okay, because I didn't see it on the call screen. Jim, Lou Paradise, how are you? How can I help you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Oh, excellent. Thanks. Well, we've got another day above ground, brother, so I'm good. Thanks, though. Thanks for asking.
I got 2 issues. One is a trap muscle that I've been to a chiropractor before, and he's worked on it, and it just aches like a toothache. It's the muscle itself. It's a trapeze muscle coming up.
Sure.
And I wanted to get your take on what I could use for that. I don't want to obviously take any type of, steroids or anything like that, and I say I absolutely have to.
Gotcha. Okay, 2 things. So are you, obviously you're somebody, Jim, that's not taking medication then, is that correct?
Not at all.
Excellent. Okay. And how good a hydrator are you? How good a water drinker are you?
I'm pretty good. Actually very good.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so 2 things that I'm going to say that will help. The trapezius muscles are there's a tremendous bundle of fibers. These are some of the strongest muscles on top of the shoulder, right near, goes practically from the shoulder joint to the neck. Is that the traps you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's very common for those kinds of muscles to have a spasmodic episode for a couple of reasons. What I'm going to tell you in terms of our original Topperson pain relief and healing formula. And you can go to our website, by the way. We have a discount code for people listening and calling in on the air, so I'm going to give you that in a second. The reason why our products are so incredibly good for the kind of muscular pain is because what they do is they go down deep inside where the inflammation may be. They stimulate getting the toxins and fluids off the capillaries and the other venous blood flow, so we get oxygen and nutrients into the muscle tissue. The reason why muscles lock up, there's two other reasons, is that it's not getting the sufficient amount of oxygen and or nutrients, and there's all kinds of reasons why that can take place. What kind of work do you do, by the way?
I'm a respiratory therapist.
Well, first of all, God bless you for doing that work. We do a lot of our interaction with home medical equipment market retailers, and so for that kind of therapy, we want you to be real healthy because you're helping a lot of people in a very critical situation. And when I say God bless you for your work, is nothing more vital than taking a breath of air when respiratory situations start. See, ladies and gentlemen, Jim is the kind of guy, he's keeping everybody getting that oxygen into them. That we got to get better. We got to get more oxygen into you now because we can't have that happen to especially for the work you do, Jim. And I say God bless you sincerely because I know exactly. I have lots and lots of friends in that industry. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So one of the things that also is problematic with muscle tissue is mineral deficiencies. And what happens is a lot of people hear about calcium and magnesium, especially magnesium, and especially in men. How old a person are you?
61.
Okay, so you're young yet, I was telling Sean, I was born in 1902, so see, you're very young as far as I'm concerned. You're just a baby. I'm actually going to be 71 at the end of the year, but so here's the thing that's probably most important. Mineral complexes, deficiencies in mineral complexes cause the muscle to contract. Now, a lot of people hear, calcium and magnesium for the bone tissue, but most people don't know it's absolutely vital for normal relaxation and contraction of the muscles, normal muscle movement. I don't like people taking supplemental calcium, however. You're better off eating good green vegetables, and I know if you like those, then just eat more of those. Magnesium as a supplement will help you tremendously because lots of people deficient in magnesium. The other thing that's oftentimes involved in muscular tissue that can be problematic is vitamin D deficiency. That's very common throughout the United States because most of us spend a lot of our time inside. Using the Topperson Pain Relief and Healing Cream, and we have a number of them. If you go to our website, which I think I mentioned before, T-O-P, the number 4, pain.com, top4pain.com, you'll be able to see all our products, and any one of them will help. But I would suggest you start with the original formula first. You rub it into your shoulder, into that muscle, all the way from your neck to the shoulder joint, because the trapezius has got. There's a lot of trigger points around the trapezius muscle. So down on your shoulder blade as far as you can get it. Do that 3 or 4 times a day. You're going to love it because it's odorless, greaseless. It helps tremendously to get the oxygen and nutrients back into the cells. So when you take that extra magnesium for that purpose, and or vitamin D3, take those together, it's going to get those nutrients more absorbed in that area because it's going to open up those pathways to get even more absorption where we really want the magnesium to go. And
how
of course,
how much vitamin D3?
I would suggest that you start with probably around 2,000 IUs to 3,000 IUs a day. Okay, so if you're taking 5, then you're good for the moment on vitamin D3. Okay, so in your magnesium, about 450 milligrams would be about right for that a day.
Okay.
And hydration. And here's the other thing. Have you done any hot and or cold treatments on that muscle?
No.
Okay. Right now, I would suggest. And do you know if you've heard it or it may have any injury to it prior to this?
Not at all.
Okay. So then I'm going to suggest that what you do is try to do some icing on it first. If icing makes that worse, that means that it's more spasmodic, which means that then we need moist heat. Because moist heat, what it does is it really helps to stimulate more circulatory activity and toxin release. When we put ice on something, ice doesn't work when you put it on. Like a lot of people think, okay, I'm going to put ice on, and that's where it works. Ice actually works when you take it off. So it cools everything down, kind of stops everything. Then when you take it off, it releases toxins and fluid underneath the tissue, and it gets blood flow back to normal. In the meantime, using that before bed, you get a good night's sleep, or no? Is that interfering with your sleep as well?
No, I get a pretty good night's sleep.
Oh, good then. Okay, so you'd be good to go just on that regimen. So if you're doing vitamin D3, really smart. Just add magnesium. Keep your water intake up. And make sure you use the Topricin. You will find that to unlock. We have so many chiropractors, massage therapists, and acupuncturists, which also is good. Acupuncture is good for this, that love our products for this very reason. It really makes the spasm go away pretty quickly. And again, It's because we're just restoring natural balance there.
One more question. I had recently a kidney stone that I passed, but it left my middle of my back around my spine area. Just about an inch and a half on each side, going all the way down to right up above my waistline. Just aches like a toothache all the time. And I had a scan done, CT scan. There's nothing there. They don't show nothing with the kidney. The bladder is fine. The stomach is fine. Everything else is fine. But I still have that achy, deep ache from evidently the kidney stone that was there.
A lot of times a fragmented kidney stone could cause problems, and of course you could use your Topricin. That's L4, L5 in that area, and then just above that is where the kidneys actually, reside, as you know.
Right.
The other thing that's probably important is there are a couple of natural products in the marketplace that actually can help to start to not allow. Kidney stones are oftentimes oxalic acid combining with other proteins that cause the stone. So changing the diet, and which will help tremendously. And also there's some tinctures, and one of them is actually, believe it or not, called Stone Buster. Could you imagine? And it's available in the health food store. I think Quantum or one of those companies make it. But there's a couple of different formulations that are incredibly good to make sure that metabolically you're separating. You're able to changing your diet a bit will help tremendously with any oxalic acid kind of formation, so it reduces the amount of oxalic acid in the body, and it also reduces the possibility of getting stones. So that's the key to that. And if there's any fragmented stone left, it will also help that to dissolve, which is really a vital part of it. So passing the stone and the kidney can be really problematic because it does scrape things around and irritate it, and sometimes that's all it is. And the only other possibility is that there may still be some degree of stone there, and that's one of the ways you might find it. And if you let me give you this to you. We have an 800 number. You could always call our 800 number and let them know that you and I talked about this, and I will send you information on the other thing you could do to keep your oxalic acid down low so it doesn't formate into stone, that kind of thing.
Yeah, these are the first time I ever got a kidney stone in my life.
Yeah, it happens occasionally, and again, most of the time, sometimes it's calcium that also occurs, but a lot of times it's oxalic acid, and a lot of foods that contain it are ones to avoid, and that's where the dietary thing really comes into play.
So I would have back pain from that.
Oh, sure, and the other thing is that's possible. It could be that there are other coincidental things that can happen in the lower back, especially if you're talking about around your waist and above, or around your waist and below.
It actually starts in the middle of my back and goes down. And I notice at night when I lay down, when I get up in the morning, it's almost gone. But throughout the day, it potentially gets worse and worse and worse, where I have to lay down.
Gotcha. Now, it is also possible that there may be issues with regard to the musculature there. My suggestion here, try the Topricin on your lower back as well and see if there's a difference there. Okay. If you call our 800 number, 800-959-1007, Monday through Friday, that's 800-959-1007. They'll patch you into me, and then I'll send you the keep me posted on what's going on, and I'll be able to give you some other guidance as well.
Okay, thank you.
Jim, thank you. And where were you calling in from, by the way?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, thanks so much, and you have a great day and a wonderful
Thank
weekend. All the good
you
things
too.
to you and your family.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
As well. Back with more Solutions for Life in Lou Paradise, 877-956-9566 for anybody who would like to call in and say hey, and we're here for you.
Welcome back to Solutions for Life. We're here to take your calls toll free at 877-956-9566. Now, back to your host, Lou Paradise.
Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure hearing your voices out there, and thank you very much, Jim, for calling in. And I understand that we have Holly on the phone from Massachusetts. So, Holly, Lou Paradise, welcome to Solutions for Life. How can I help?
Hi. I recently had a surgery performed on my L4 and L5 of fusion. And
Yeah.
about a week after the surgery, I had experienced terrible right leg nerve pain. I've been going to physical therapy and also voiced my physician's concern about the pain in my leg because it keeps me up at night when it happens. My surgeon, of course, did an MRI, looked at my back, said that my back was fine, and that I would have this pain and it will eventually go away. Well, it's a little hard to take that type of news, especially when you're up all night, most of the night. So I did a little research, and to be honest, I realized that all this pain that I have in my leg, because it's causing me instability in the knee, it's like femoral nerve damage. And so I went to my physical therapist and told her that, and I asked her if she could incorporate exercises that involve that, so that if it is that, it might help. Because I did ask my doctor if I should go back to a neurologist, but time to get the EMG and all that stuff, I'm suffering, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I noticed that it is incrementally helping me. Is there anything you can suggest for that issue?
You know, we do a lot of our work with physical rehabilitation and physical medicine, and the surgeries especially. You're talking about L4, L5, that area of the back. Is that where you had the surgery? Yeah.
That is correct.
And it's a very typical area. And and down there in the sciatic region where the nerve tissue is, there's all sorts of scarring that can build up under the incision that is not seen on the MRI. Looking at the physiology, it's great for lots of different soft structure and all. But here's what I'm going to suggest that you do. One of the things that's probably most important about looking at these kinds of issues with scarring underneath the surgical incision, this is a very common issue. All of our Topricin products, Topricin is spelled T as in Tom, OPRICIN. I'm going to give you the website to go to so you can take a look at the products that we have there. And all of them contain medicines that attract enzymes to the tissue to help dissolve the scarring. It's a natural thing the body wants to do because when the surgery can go perfectly well, everything is totally great, but the scarring that builds up under the incision can put pressure on the nerves, especially sciatic nerves, because it's all right there pretty close by and it's very easy for that to be the case, very common actually, which is going to cause more issues at night, especially in the legs, because at night the body's blood supply wants to return as much as it can, not completely return, all to the organs where our body is repairing itself when we're at rest. So the extremities will feel this, and all those kinds of symptoms will be very common. Is it in both legs or just one, or do you feel it there?
Just my right leg. And when I asked him about the MRI, I asked him specifically about lesions or scarring. He says, well, you do have a scar there, but that's normal because you had surgery. And then they also said that I had fluid in that area. And again, they said that's normal because it happens after that type of surgery. But it left me with this pain in the front of my thigh and on the side, and it goes down to my, I sometimes describe it like my leg feels like it's the 4th of July at night, which is no fun.
Yeah, no fun at all. Exactly.
The pain.
Yeah,
and that's doing the floss, what they call flossing in the femoral, is helping me a little bit.
Yep.
But I'm wondering how long is that going to take? And I'm taking stuff like curcumin, B12, stuff, B-complex. You know, I'm very aware of a lot of the science behind, some of this stuff. So I'm trying to make sure that I have some nutrients there that are some vitamins that are going to help me. So can you tell me what other stuff that you offer would help me? Is it you said?
Yeah, Topricin would absolutely, because here's the thing. Here's exactly the point. The scarring is causing pressure on the nerve bundle. Any fluid that's in there is causing more pressure, and that's exactly exactly what happens. And what happens is it suppresses the microcirculation to the nerve tissue that causes the nerve to misfire. And this misfiring is that sense of pain. And those two sciatic nerves, ultimately, they're not in the spinal nerves. They come out. They're pretty good. They're some of the biggest nerves in the body. They come out of that area of the spine. They go down on the back of the leg and on front of the leg. So you're feeling it exactly where the disruption is, and more so on the right side. So it isn't bilateral, which a lot of times is often the case with sciatic area. So what the product, so what Tarperson does, you're going to love this because you're so on the right track, number one, with what you're doing. The product is going to help the body to reabsorb that scarring, get the scarring out of there, and absolutely move that fluid out of the tissue. That's exactly what it was designed to do. There's 11 natural medicines in our original formulation. There's 14 in our foot product. Now, our foot product is not a fungicide. It just has more medicines. Either one of those two would be exactly the excellent other thing you could do to help yourself. Let me give you our website because there's a couple more things I wanted to go over with you as well. Okay. So the way to get to our website is top, T as in Tom, OP, the number 4, pain.
Okay.
Topforpain.com. You can go on it right now and take a look at all the products. Take a look at the original Toperson. It's in the blue, light and dark blue package. The foot therapy is in our green package. Either one of those products or both of them could be invaluable, both sides of the thing. The foot therapy is not called foot therapy because it's only for the foot. It's actually designed for the challenges of the foot, but it has more medicines, which could be very helpful in your case. So you could use the first one to start it for a couple of days and then use the foot therapy after that. And using it 2-3 times a day, especially before bed and in the morning, you will have a whole different situation for sleep. And that will be a really, really important part of your therapy. And this will start moving things around. Your body's the miracle here. And all it needs is the right kind of natural effect in order to bring about the changes that's necessary to get pressure off the sciatic nerve, because that right side sciatic nerve is really the problem. And the problem is absolutely from the scarring and from the fluid that's built up in that surgical site.
So apply it in the surgical area, and do I apply it also on the front of the leg and on the lateral side, which hurts quite a bit at times?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can put it there. But the first thing, see where the pain is actually coming from is the disruption right where the sciatic starts out of the spinal area, because you've had that. See, and the surgery was probably perfect. It's just the scarring underneath the surgery causes this issue. That's one of the reasons why doctors love using our product after surgery and before surgery. It prevents that scarring, that excess tissue to interfere with the great procedure. So now we don't have that pressing on the nerve. And once you've used the product, like while your physical therapy works, it's stretching and it's actually helping to move and break some of the scar tissue down. So it does relieve it. This will accelerate that. The other thing, have you tried any hot and/or cold treatments prior to?
All of that. Trust me, I've been researching this stuff because the pain sometimes at night, it can bring a grown woman down on her knees. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you sound like a warrior, and somebody warrior for good I'm talking about, and somebody who really, really is a tough cookie who probably helps a whole lot of people out there. And this is a miserable thing for you to have to go through. But the good news, you're so on the right track with what you're doing. The other thing that's probably most important, in addition to your turmeric, you said curcumin and turmeric, B complex, B12, are you doing anything with vitamin D3 and or minerals? Because these are...
Yes.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm using boswellia, curcumin.
Oh, good.
I'm using asawanta or whatever. I'm using vitamin D. I'm using a multivitamin, B12, B complex, because I heard that the B12 and B complex, whenever there's a form of neural nerve stuff, you got to make sure that the Bs are in there.
Absolutely.
And I use cordyceps sinensis also. So
okay.
I do use.
Excellent.
I love the holistic stuff. One more question though: is it normal for this problem to accent itself on the hip joint also?
Oh, sure, because that whole nerve bundle goes around the hip. Yeah.
Okay.
All the nerve goes around the hip, down the leg, and in front of it. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Then I'm right in thinking it's probably femoral, huh?
Oh, absolutely, and that's why everything you're doing is exactly where you need to be. And I think we're going to be going to a quick break here, so I can, if you want to hang out and ask, and we can hang on together. I'm going to go to our break in about 10 seconds or so, or I can give you. Good, excellent. Then hang out with me. And Sean, Dr. Young, how much more time do we got to go before we get out on that? Ready? All right, so I can't even begin to thank you enough, Holly, because this is exactly what people love knowing about. So you and I have had a discussion, and lots of folks have that same question. This is Lou Paradise, and Holly, we'll be back with you and more of this in just about 15 seconds. So hang on there, Holly, and we'll be right back to you, dear.
Do you love walking, but your achy, tired feet won't let you? Whether it's plantar fasciitis, arch, heel, or nerve pain, Toppers and Foot Therapy Cream's 14 active natural biomedicines helps your body heal damage-causing foot pain. Its odorless, moisturizing, provides rapid, soothing relief. Ideal for diabetic foot pain and will leave your feet feeling silky smooth. Best part is guaranteed to work. Find Toppers and Foot Therapy in Walgreens Diabetic section or CVS's Foot section. Toppers and Foot Therapy Cream for lasting pain relief guaranteed.
Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, we have Holly on the line, and we're not going to keep our very dear friend Holly waiting. So, Holly, the other thing that happens is you had mentioned all the other incredibly good nutrients you're taking. And one of the things I'm going to suggest to you is you may want to do this, and it may sound weird, but how long have you been taking all your supplements, just so I have some idea?
Well, I was taking immediately. I've been taking them for a while,
Okay.
For quite a while. I mean,
Excellent.
I've been taking at least a couple of years, but when I increased my boswellia after surgery because they were wanting me to use steroids and they wanted me to use this gabapentin, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, forget that.
Some of this
Yeah, that.
much for your brain.
Exactly.
Sorry.
No problem. No, and what I was going to say is that you may want to do this one thing that I always recommend to everybody. If you've been taking your vitamins and minerals for a while, you may want to probably every few weeks, every 3 weeks or so, over a weekend, stop taking all of your stuff altogether. And the reason I say that is your body. As much as all of those factors can be incredibly important, and are you taking them like throughout the day, or are you taking them all at once, or how do you do that?
I'll take several of them in the morning and then several of them at night. I mean at midday.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so mineral complexes, and so every once in a while, stop taking everything altogether. And the reason it's a really good thing, actually, it gives your body a chance to make sure there's no residue. That balances in chemistry is especially important because sometimes certain vitamins and minerals can counteract others or make them not effective or affect adversely things within the body. So the vitamin D3 especially would be one you could continue with, but I would say for you, get off all of it for a bit, for like the weekend, and then go back and slowly put back in and do it 3 times a day and do it later. So if you're going to do it in the morning and then do it at night or sometime later in the day as opposed to that close hand to hand, it'll just give you more benefits ultimately. Mineral complex is really important for the nerve tissue. And oftentimes women have this. Magnesium, I was mentioning to Jim, calcium, magnesium, boron. A lot of it you can get from your food. Magnesium is a good supplement to take because that's really bioavailable. Calcium, not so much. That can cause issues in other areas. And I did ask you about hot or cold treatments on your back. So do you do any hot and or cold? And if you did either one, which one helped?
Both of them are wonderful, actually. Before I exercise, I'll do the warm stuff, and then after I exercise, I'll use the cold.
Excellent. So you, my dear, you should be very proud of yourself. You are like so on top of it. See, that's why it's always that one last thing that's going to help you break through this and get it behind you completely. So my suggestion is when you do the warm, you should be doing this before you go to bed as well. warm,
Okay.
and then do some cold because there is still inflammation in there, and then finish with the warm, the moist heat. Then after that, then after that, put Topricin on your lower back, especially, and the other areas you could put it on your leg or down the leg. That will be fine. But the lower back is really where all this stuff is disturbing, and because nerve-related pain travels from one point to it radiates from the center of where the nerve function or the nerve impulse starts, and then it travels down to the other parts of the body, and that's generally why we have such great results. So you go onto our website, you could see it. By the way, that we have there's a discount code. It's simple too. Lou, LOU 30. So you could get anything you need, anything you want. You could call us during the week. You could leave with one of my staff your email address if you want to reconnect with me. I would love that, and or keep me posted on how you're doing. And I know for sure you're just about where you need to be to get this thing and resolve it. And there's no question about it.
You're giving me hope, so that's a good thing. I do want to say one thing about what you said about the magnesium. Years ago, I used to suffer bad cases of gastrointestinal for like 30 years. I've been taking like medication for like gastrointestinal, and that never got enough relief. They were, they got me on the Zantac, the Prilosec, and then they said Nexium, and that's when I said no more. And I started researching. Because I wanted to find the root cause of my problem, and nobody was gearing to that. And
sure.
After my research, you know what I found out what my problem was? And I haven't taken one anti-acid again. And it's I started taking chelated magnesium, and from there on, I started healing my gut with probiotics and a bunch of other stuff.
There you go.
Let me tell you what. I went back to the doctor, and I had a chronic low magnesium. Didn't even know it. Nobody ever caught it.
Exactly.
And I feel so much better now.
Look at that. So and how basic, how simple that is, and that's the key to it. Most people don't know because the doctors aren't checking for panels. Medical doctors aren't checking for panels specific to those kinds of deficiencies, and more of them are starting to realize the importance. I mean, after all, magnesium is essential for the entire gastrointestinal tract and the cardiovascular system. It is the one element, mineral, that is essential for the normal heart rhythm. So how important is magnesium? Oh my, it's very important. Have you?
I was having problems controlling my potassium and hypertension.
Yeah.
7 medications. Do you know what?
Oh goodness gracious.
Stuff. I actually doubled my magnesium because I realized how low I was, but then I realized that I'm telling you, I went from 7 medications to 2. Okay, and from using no antacids, and now I can eat anything. Which before,
isn't that cool?
I was horrible. I was like sick all the time, and I went back to my doctor. Of course, they don't like that, so they think that we're trying to compete. We're not trying to compete. We just want to find out what is wrong with us.
There's no curative power. No curative power with any anti-inflammatory opiates or Zymbalta, Lyrica, Neurontin, Advil, Motrin, Aleve, and Tylenol. They are chemicals that'll induce other things to trick the body into thinking the symptoms are under control when we still got all this fire raging in us that the body says, what in the world did you just do to me? I told you I had a fire down here. All I want is some more magnesium and that's the reason why, that's why our show has always been of value to people because a lot of the stuff that we do is to make sure people have all the educational empowerment. And I love that. To me, a lot of people know us that we've gotten so many people off of all kinds of different meds with their doctor and pharmacists, of course, that have gone on to live a much healthier, happier life. And I think the one thing that is always for 22 years I've been told forever is, Lou, you have no idea what you've done for me because you've restored my hope. And that is a blessing from God, I believe, personally, for both of us. Because if it isn't for those things and helping each other and doing what we can to provide that extra piece of information or that extra one thing that's going to help to get us to our goal, then what are we doing here? And you've helped people tremendously because we have this great round conversation about issues that a lot of people are suffering from. So you've contributed materially to the show today, Holly, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, the main thing I've learned is be your own advocate.
Thank you.
Learn. It's never too late to learn. You got to take your life, and not that you want to be a know-it-all, but it is your body and your life. Nobody knows it better than you. And if you know there's something wrong and you're not getting to the crust of the problem, you've got to work to find it out because,
That's exactly right.
The error is human.
That's
So
right.
we have to be our own advocates, all I got to say.
And
Thank you so much. You already... Thank you. Thank you so much for helping
Holly,
people.
Hey, thank you so much for being you, because I know you're advocating for other people, and that's exactly how we all help each other in our community to get to the other side of their problems, solve these issues, unless we think some of these political characters out here are going to help us solve these issues. So all I know is, and our 800 number, 800-959-1007 is our office number. Call them. If you have any other questions, they can easily put you in touch with me so I can email you or talk to you again, and I'd be very happy to do that. And do keep me posted and let me know, because I know sister, you're going to overcome what's going on here, because you are wonderful at making sure this is not a dress rehearsal. This is actually your life, right? And so we want that to be good. And I wish you all the beautiful blessings, you and your family. You're right. You're so on the right track, and thank you so much for contributing to the show today. So appreciate it.
Thank you. Is it 959-1007?
Yes, 1-800-959-1007, and Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call our people. Tell them, hey, I talked to Lou on the air on Saturday, and I like the information, or give him some other things that I'd like to know more, or whatever it is that you need from me. I'm there for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and I'm going to look for that top percent.
Yep, and go on our website, top4pain.com, and you'll be able to take a look at them and see them. And there's plenty of local establishments, local stores to buy the products at. And whatever I can do to further help, just let us know. And thank you again so much. Have a blessed, beautiful, amazing day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome, Holly. Thank you. To see that now, that we're that's so cool. How cool is that? Because if it isn't for this kind of dialogue, you see, this is how we overcome situations in terms of what's happening where we are doing everything. This debate, discussions, alliances, getting our whole community together to talk about these issues, so you could do exactly what Holly said: be your own advocate. Learn how to do that, because you can. You'll wind up knowing more about what's really important to your life than anyone could possibly tell you, because it's your life. Follow us, by the way, on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Thank God I don't do any of that. I'm telling you to do it, because my young staff, they could do that stuff like it's gone out of style. Remember, we do have a survey that we'd like for data, and that is at toppersonsurvey@gmail.com, and you can contribute, or you can be involved in our study, which is really cool. You get free Topperson. You just have to answer a couple of questions on an email survey, and you'll be good to go. This is Lou Paradise wishing you a phenomenal, beautiful, amazing, blessed day full of riches and joy and love and compassion and all the things that matter most to you and your family. Have a good one. Make it amazing out there, folks, because you can. Be of value and a blessing to other people, because you know you want to. And we'll be back next week again. Solutions for Life, Lou Paradise. Thanks again for all your incredible contributions and support. We'll see you next week.
Do you love walking, but your achy, tired feet won't let you? Whether it's plantar fasciitis, arch, heel, or nerve pain, Topperson Foot Therapy Cream's 14 active natural biomedicines helps your body heal damage-causing foot pain. Its odorless, moisturizing, provides rapid, soothing relief. Ideal for diabetic foot pain and will leave your feet feeling silky smooth. Best part is guaranteed to work. Find Topperson Foot Therapy in Walgreens Diabetic section or CVS's Foot section. Topperson Foot Therapy Cream for lasting pain.